So, ladies and gentlemen, Gina, Ellis. I spent 18 years in New York, and it was a series of breakups, breakdowns, and breakthroughs. But it's that series, it's that process that helped me become the person and the teacher and the woman that I am today. So I want to just share with you one of those breakdown moments that actually turned out to be a breakthrough. I got a job in Minneapolis, and the show was Come By Here. It was a group of dancers from Detroit, and we were taken to Minneapolis, and we were going to work with a then unknown choir called the Sounds of Blackness. Well, while I was there, a wonderful production, no money, but wonderful production, wonderful experience. There was a dancer there named Neil Whitehead, who was from Washington, D.C. And Neil kept telling me, Gina, Mike Malone is going to love you. You have to meet Mike Malone. He's a choreographer out of D.C. He's going to love you. So I kept hearing this over and over. When I get back to New York, I open the Showbiz paper, which is the paper we go to find our next job. And lo and behold, I see an ad for a show entitled Geechees, directed and choreographed by Mike Malone. That's my shot. It has an address, 1070 Fifth Avenue. Now, New York is really laid out very logically. You go east to west, the numbers go from high to low as you approach Central Park. North and south, I wasn't so sure about. Now, I'd just gotten off of a job, and as Satori has testified to, in the arts, you are constantly poor, going from one paycheck, one job to the next. So I left my house in Brooklyn, like 3 hours early, because I had no idea where 1070 Broadway, Fifth Avenue was. But I knew 1515 Broadway was around 46th and Broadway. I left home with 2 tokens and a dime. So the dime was, in case I got in trouble, I don't know who I was going to call, but I had that dime, because that's what your mother told you to do. So I take the train from Brooklyn to 42nd and Broadway. I get a transfer, cross town, 42nd and Fifth Avenue. I get off the train. I get off the bus. I'm in the 300 block of Fifth Avenue. So I said, okay, I have plenty of time. And I had on shoes very similar to this, because when you go to an audition in New York, you better look cute. You may not have talent, but you better look cute. So I said, well, I have plenty of time. This is a 300 block, 1070, maybe about 10, 20 blocks. So I start walking. I have my dance bag. I get to 72nd Street. This is the 600 block. Okay. 86th Street, this is the 800 block. '96th Street, this is the 900 block. The audition is over at 4:30. It's 4:15 now. I finally found it. It's at 110th Street and 5th Avenue. I get there, I go upstairs, the stage manager comes out and she says, sorry, we're not seeing anybody else. Y'all gonna see me today. I just walked about 80-something, 90-something blocks, and y'all gonna see me today. So I bust through the door. Hi, my name is Gina Ellis. I've come to see Mike Malone. I want to audition. And they're looking at me like, honey, because they were in the process of saying 5, 6, 7. I'm like busting through the door. Y'all are gonna see me. I don't know where I got this, like, I was hungry. So you do what you have to do. So Mike is just laughing. I'm like, this is not funny. He said, don't, calm down, calm down. Just you know, take your shoes off and you may audition. So he starts the combination. Now I take my shoes off and my feet look like porgies. They just exploded out of the shoes. So I said, okay. He does the combination. I said, oh, I got this. I said, do they have earthquakes in New York? I said, I am so sorry, but I have just walked a long way to take this audition. He said, for whatever reason, now mind you, I'd just come off 2 jobs, so I mean the body was sitting. I was known for my technique, so when I couldn't stand on one leg, I was in total shock. He gave me another opportunity. I got the job, and it was a breakthrough because this was the person who told me, Gina, you can dance with anyone. You can make a job. You can make a career out of assisting choreographers. And I went on to assist many, many choreographers. But the moral of the story is, in New York, I learned how to really conquer my fears. And many of us don't even realize, first of all, that we have fears that block us from moving forward. So when I look at the city and what we're going through now, Satori and I, we've been living that for years. But it's when you don't think you have anything that you go inside and you come up with something else and you find out what you're really made of. Not when you're comfortable, because that's where I came from in Detroit. I was comfortable and I got to New York and I was like, where was I supposed to learn how to survive? So, you know, we are in that state now, and as Satori said, the answers are right here in this room. They're within each and every one of us. So when DPS says to me, you know, your paycheck, we're taking 10%, and the pension says we're going to take another 3%, and somebody else says we need another 5% for health care, I just say to myself, and I need another job. So we just have to get up, Detroit, get with it, get involved, and we'll be okay. Thank you.
Gina Ellis.